Welcome, Leo. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for July the 20th through to the 26th, 2015. My name is Tilly, and welcome to Tarot with Tilly. And thank you for all the support you give me each and every day. Now, we start with the Moon card. It's really about finding your inner balance this week. I don't really see this as an outward week where you're really moving forward, that you're really conquering. I think it's more of, and I do see the wolf there. So I know that you have this untamed spirit that's ready to just go into action. But I think that this week you really just need to pull back a little bit. Maybe finish up some loose ends on some stuff, or finish up some projects, or it could be more. I mean, with the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Swords here. Now, the Ten of Wands, let's start there, okay? This isn't really a time to, yeah, finish up those loose ends. Finish up those projects. Get them off your plate, okay? There's things in your life that are weighing down your energy, that are not allowing you to really move forward because you're still dealing with things that really should be gone out of your life at this point, or you've moved on from it at this point. Now, I do love the way the artist does this card, because here we have you carrying that sack of wands. And if you look closely, I'll try and get it up here so that you can see it, okay? Some of those wands have some beautiful new growth on them, and some of them are really just dead sticks. They're weighing down your path forward. So it's realizing this week really what is important in your life, really what you want to take forward on your path, that's going to help you manifest those things and increase beauty and happiness in your life. And there's other things that are already in the works of creating that. Now, we have the Eight of Swords here. This is where your perception can be clouded. Okay, it's your thought patterns that can be holding you back and moving forward. Now, I love the way the artist does this too, because when we look at it, the swords aren't really in the ground. We could pull those swords up if we just put a little bit of energy into it. But this is really changing our thought process. This is really changing our understanding going forward. This is trusting in ourselves and not so much what other people may be telling us. I mean, if it feels right, it probably is right. If it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. And when we have the moon here as our first card, okay, it's really finding that inner balance. It's that inner understanding. It's going inside. I mean, I really do believe that this week, especially for the first part of the week, is a lot about taking that time out, recharging your batteries, figuring out what needs to go off your plate, what strengthens you, where your true gifts lie. It's like taking an inventory this week, so that when you're ready to move forward, you can move forward. And we have the Three of Wands here. So yes, a beautiful, expansive path is starting to open up to you. And you are being pulled into that path, because we have the Two of Wands here. Okay, this is kind of like the Fate card. I always see this as the Fate card, because it's almost like he's commanding you to come forward, commanding you to step into the present, commanding you to go forward on your path and realize your gifts, your talents. This is also a big picture card. We don't want to really worry about the little details. At the bottom of his feet there's a box, and it's wide open, which tells me that as you need the information, it will be revealed to you. I mean, having faith in God, your angels, your spirit guides is one thing. Having faith in their timing is really the hard lesson sometimes, right? So we may want things to happen yesterday and they haven't happened. And you're maybe a little bit of confusion, and maybe it's frustrating because you want certain things to be in place in order for you to move forward, and it just doesn't feel maybe like it's all coming together like you want it to. And this is where you really need to have a patience with God, your angels, your spirit guides, but mostly with yourself. That it will happen, the process will happen, because we have the Queen of Pentacles on the other side. Now, the Sun is carved in your chair here. You're holding that pentacle, your well-being, your wealth. You know, this is a card that talks about the electricity in the air, the angel sitting by your side. So you are going in that direction. So I can see your energy getting stronger as the week goes by. I think you have a very strong intuitive energy this week. Really, you can rely on your gut feelings. You can rely on your own thoughts, your own wisdom. Now, in saying that, we have to keep in mind that we had the Eight of Swords here. So make sure that you've got the information right. Make sure, like, do the research, have the conversations, gain a better understanding. It might just be that your perception is off, and once you gather more information, more understanding, you have a clearer directive of how to move forward with a strength, with an empowerment. Absolutely, because I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is all about a strength. It's knowing your value. It's knowing your beauty. And so maybe this first part of the week is really taking stock, really taking account of where your true strengths lie, what your talents are, where you want to go, what is impeding you on your path, what you can actually clear off your plate. Or for some of you, it's a platter, isn't it? Knowing where you stand so that you can go forward with the strength, with the beauty. We have the Page of Wands here. So I think as the week draws to a close, this is where the new ideas start to come in. This is where you think outside the box, or perhaps you are thinking like there is no box at all. This is where you start to look towards the new avenues, the new plans, the new developments that can be in your life. This is where you get to hold the paintbrush and design your new future going forward. But I think it takes a lot, especially at the beginning of the week. I mean, if you don't have the energy and you don't have the drive, then don't push yourself into doing actions this week. Take the time out to really think about why you feel that action is so important to do, why you feel you need to push yourself. What value does it have in for you? Maybe it is to clear off something off your plate, or get something out of the way, or to find a resolution in a problem area of your life. But if you're just doing the action for the sake of the action because that's what you've always done, then maybe it's something that needs to stay in your past so that you can move forward. And I think as the week comes to a close and the next week starts for you, I think your energy levels are going to be high. I think your intuition is very high this week. And it may fall into next week, absolutely, with this card. But I think you have a beautiful strength this week. I mean, some weeks are go forward, go forward, go forward, and other weeks we have an energy where you really need to find that stillness within inside you and really take stock of where you're putting your energy, what you are cultivating, why you're putting your energy in certain areas. Do you want to put your energy in that area? And if not, I think this is the beautiful time to change things around and to find that true inner balance that you're striving for. Because I see that wild spirit and it's ready to take off. It's ready to run. It's ready to run with passion and a balance. So first you have to get that balance and that true understanding of who you are and where you want to go. And I think that this week is a lot of figuring out what you are carrying with you that no longer serves a purpose and what does serve a purpose and has new growth as you step into your path forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.